Chosen one, pause for a moment. Stop scrolling. Stop distracting yourself. You are not here by accident. Every step of your life has led you to this moment. God has arranged everything to bring you to this extraordinary revelation. From today, you will never be the same. Struggle, uncertainty, and the burden of worries are about to be replaced by a new reality, a stream of abundance and wealth that will never end. Do not ignore this sign, because what you are about to learn could be the beginning of your ultimate transformation. Today, I will not speak to you about hard work, sacrifices, or compromises. I will tell you about your mission, your purpose. You are here for something greater than a job, a salary, or a title. You have been chosen to follow a different path, destined for you by God alone. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to learn will change your perception of yourself and your life forever. Most people live chasing the masses, working for the sake of work, a salary, a position, security that always seems elusive. They rush to find their place in the world, like pieces of a puzzle that never fit perfectly. But you, chosen one, were not born for this endless race. God did not create you to chase, but to be a guide, to stand out, to follow a path that goes beyond what the world considers important. When God says, "Do not seek a job," it does not mean you should remain still or inactive. It means you should stop chasing what is not yours, what is apart from your divine purpose. Many confuse work with their worth. They think their role in society defines who they are. But God tells you, you are not your job. You are your purpose. And what is that purpose? It is unique, just like the path God has laid out for you. It is a plan that existed before your birth, written in heaven, perfectly aligned with your talents, passions, and spirit. To discover this purpose means to abandon the mindset of seeking and embrace the mindset of finding. When you seek, you are constantly moving, driven by the fear of not having enough or not being enough. But when you find, you stop, listen, and allow yourself to be led. To know, to adapt to a system that often does not consider who you truly are. Finding your purpose means aligning yourself with what God has planned for you, with a role that cannot be found in an advertisement, but is revealed within you. God has endowed you with unique gifts, vision, and strength. If you focus on finding a job, you may end up living a life built on others' expectations. But when you pause to discover the divine plan, you begin to see the truth. You are not here to fit in, to create, lead, and influence. The masses strive for stability, security, a job that guarantees a salary. Often, this stability is a trap, an illusion that blocks the greatest dreams. God did not create you to live in fear of tomorrow. You were not born to survive, but to thrive. Following the masses means accepting a limited life created by human rules. Standing out means listening to God's voice, which tells you your value is not determined by the title on your business card or the amount in your bank account. It is determined by your ability to follow the plan I have prepared for you. God will never leave you without his guidance. The signs to discover your purpose are already in your life, but you must learn to recognize them. What makes you feel alive? What fills you with joy? This is not about hobbies. It's about what you were created for. What do you do with ease? What feels natural to you? Your gifts are divine tools for fulfilling your purpose. Moreover, God will never ask you to go by force. When you find your purpose, the right doors open easily. Discovering your purpose does not mean you will immediately find all the answers. Trust the process and allow God to lead you step by step. Every insight, every encounter, and every opportunity will be parts of a greater plan. The world teaches you that you must fight for everything. It says success comes only through sacrifices, stress, and adapting to rules you never chose. But heaven tells you, you will not need anything. When you walk your divine path, You do not need to force circumstances. Wealth, abundance, and success are not the result of your struggle, but of your obedience to the divine plan. Do not chase what is not yours. Let God bring you to what you need at the right time. Every person is born with a purpose, but only the chosen ones have the spiritual sensitivity to feel it and the strength to follow it. God did not create you to live an ordinary life or pursue earthly goals like money. Money is limited, temporary, tied to time and human effort. But divine abundance is so much more. It is a constant flow of resources, peace, energy, and blessings that never runs dry. Imagine a well of water. Money is like a bucket that, once emptied, needs to be refilled. Divine abundance, on the other hand, is an inexhaustible source that keeps flowing, no matter how much you take from it. It is not limited to money, but touches every area of your life: relationships, health, inner satisfaction. God does not want you to be a prisoner of the fear of lack. Your purpose is not to survive by hoarding money, but to live fully, knowing that everything you need will be given to you at the right time. Discovering your purpose means stopping and listening to that inner voice, that divine connection that guides you to your mission. God speaks to you through your talents, your passions, and your deepest desires. His voice is never confusing or complicated. It is clear, direct, and constant. But to hear it, you must silence the noise of this world and dedicate yourself to your spiritual growth. Here are some practical questions to help you start discovering your purpose. What inspires you and makes you truly alive? These feelings are not random. They are pointers to the path God has chosen for you. If you love helping others, creating, teaching, or building, that's a direction worth exploring. What are your talents? God does not distribute gifts by chance. If you have specific abilities like creativity, inspiration, or problem solving, these are divine tools given to you to fulfill your mission. What moments in your life have given you a deep sense of connection to what you were doing? These moments are not mere coincidences, but signs of the divine plan unfolding before you. God has given you something no one else has: a unique blend of experiences, skills, passions, and visions. This gift is meant not only for you, but also to help others and contribute to God's great plan for the world. You don't need to try to be like everyone else or do what they do. You are chosen for a different path, a path that reflects your uniqueness. For example, if you are a comforter, perhaps your purpose is to bring healing and hope. If you have a creative gift, God may use you to inspire and bring beauty into others' lives. If you are a visionary, perhaps you are meant to lead and create something that changes lives. Your gift isn't always obvious at first, but it becomes clearer as you draw closer to your purpose. Let God reveal it to you, and this happens through prayer, reflection, and obedience. One of the biggest mistakes the chosen can make is trying to fit into the world. The world will tell you that you must compete, fight, and sacrifice to be accepted. But God tells you something entirely different. You were not created to fit in. You were created to stand out. When you stop trying to fit in, you free yourself from the burden of others' expectations. You begin to live in your truth, following the path God has laid out for you. You no longer need to worry about how to make ends meet or what others think of you. God is your provider, and when you trust Him, everything you need will be given. Remember, your task is not to struggle to find your place in this world. Your task is to let God show you your purpose. And when you discover it, everything changes. You no longer live in fear or uncertainty, but in confidence and abundance. How do you find the divine plan? Here are 4 steps. 1. Listen with intention. Set aside time each day for reflection and prayer. In these moments, sincerely ask God, "What is your purpose for me? Where do you want me to go?" Don't expect instant answers or grand visions. God often speaks through feelings, intuition, or small signs. Free your mind from the noise of the world. Turn off your phone, step away from social media, and create a quiet space to connect with Him. Write down your feelings, thoughts, or inspirations in a journal. Answers may come gradually and subtly. Consistency in this practice will help you hear God's voice more clearly amid life's chaos. 2. Pay attention to signs. God communicates with us through people, events, and even random situations. To see the signs of God's plan, you need to cultivate awareness and look beyond the surface. For instance, an opportunity that appears out of nowhere might be a door God is opening for you. A person who enters your life at the right moment might be a divine messenger. A recurring coincidence, message, symbol, or number could be a call to pay attention. Don't dismiss these details. God will never leave you without guidance, but you must be willing to see what He shows you. 3. Develop your gifts. God has given you unique talents and passions, and they are not accidental. These gifts are tools for fulfilling your divine purpose, but they need to be nurtured. Ask yourself, what do I do effortlessly? What brings me joy? These are clues to your natural talents. If you love writing, create something that inspires others. If you have a gift for uplifting people, use it to encourage those around you. If you have a creative mind, find ways to use it to better the world. Developing your gifts means not just honing skills, but applying them to a higher purpose. 4. Trust the process. Following God's plan requires faith. You won't always know all the answers or see the full path ahead. Sometimes God will reveal only the next step, letting the rest unfold in time. This can be challenging, but it's an invitation to trust Him. Remember, your abundance and eternal wealth depend on how you follow God's plan. He wrote your plan before you were born, and your talents and passions are the signposts that help you recognize it. You don't need to invent your destiny. Just trust and follow this path with faith. Your life is not a race, but a guided journey where each step lights the way to the next. Let go of chasing what isn't yours and embrace what God has prepared for you. A life of peace, abundance, and security lies in His plan. And what about you? Are you ready to accept God's plan for your life? What does trusting this path mean to you, and how do you want to begin living in your purpose? Your words could inspire someone else to take the same leap. Remember, you are chosen. You were created for a unique path meant only for you. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. You have everything you need to start your journey. This day marks the beginning of your new chapter, a chapter of confidence, joy, and abundance in God's plan. Now is the moment to take your first step. Share your thoughts, start listening to your heart, and prepare for the miracles awaiting you on this path. Your story is still being written, and something incredible lies ahead.